That is Rak Shalom at University of Maryland, right?
Yes.
Just kidding. Thank you for being here. Shabbat Shalom. Mazel Tov to Eli and Ben. Y'all are amazing, and I want to thank your families for sponsoring Kiddush today. Congregation is invited. Everybody here is invited to take part. Here's what's going to happen now. As I mentioned earlier in the service, Aviva Siegel is going to talk to us for a little bit now, and then in the Beit Midrash at 12:45. Now she will be giving more of an overview of her story. At 12:45, she can go into far more details, but I still want to give those of you who might have younger children in the room who have not yet heard or been exposed to stories of Israelis who have been held captive in Gaza, you can go hang out downstairs and wait for lunch. We have some grape juice and challah, where is it? In the Gilden Horn that is there. But that's in the Wasserman, Gilden Horn, somewhere down there, and then we'll have lunch together. Aviva will be speaking again at 12:45 in the Beit Midrash, and Mincha will be right after that at 1:15. I think to the J Street delegation, you all are having lunch in the Cone, if I'm not mistaken. So after this, you can head there. And I think that's it. Thank you all for being here this morning. It was an absolutely beautiful morning of davening. Hearts were open, and it feels good to come home and to be with this community again. So thank you. 2.5 days ago, I was in Kfar Aza with Chen. It's my second time in Kfar Aza, and she walked by, we were walking by residences, and at one point she said, Aviva Siegel, Keith Siegel. I said, wait, come again? I told her that you would be here and that we would take care of you, and let Addis Israel, as your cousin Margie has, give you a hug that you deserve. Aviva is going to talk to us. She was in captivity for 51 days. Her husband, Keith, is still in captivity, and we are honored by your presence and here with open hearts and open ears.
Thank you. This is Shir, my daughter, Keith's daughter. And normally when we go and talk, we have a shirt with Keith on my shirt, but my suitcase didn't arrive. So we just brought this picture of Keith. This picture of Keith was taken 3 weeks before we were kidnapped. Shir, this is my daughter, told us that she got engaged, that they're getting married, her and Yuval. And while we were in Gaza, we used to talk about it often, and we dreamed one day to come back and to be at a wedding. So I feel lucky that I'm still alive and standing next to her. And now we're waiting for Keith. So I came here and I asked to come here to say thank you. Thank you for all of you being with us and feeling us and sending us love. And everyone in Israel feels the whole world now, and all the Jews. And when I was so much younger, I used to say, how come all the Jews don't come and live in Israel? And I think it's the first time in my life that I understand that there should be Jews all over the world, because we need you all to talk for us and to keep us alive, because Israel isn't strong enough to do it alone. So I want to thank you being American and talking for us with everybody that you can. On the 7th of October, Keith and I were kidnapped from our house with our pajamas. They just walked into the house and took us. We went through hell, if I can say that, yeah, I'm sorry. And I was there for 51 days, and Keith is still there. And we've been asked to talk tomorrow at the delegation in the rally. And that's why we're here, because Keith is still there, and he's been there for a half a year. And I know what he's going through, and I want him back. He belongs to his family. Keith and I live on Kibbutz Gaza for 41 years. We've got 4 children. My son was on the kibbutz when it happened, and I feel the happiest and luckiest mother in the world that is still alive. He was very lucky because the terrorists came to his house, but they didn't walk into his house. Underneath the house, they put all the guns, and they used to come like to take it from where his house is. And he was saved by the soldiers, and we're very lucky. Keith's mom, she's going to be 97, and she was the president of the Bet Knesset, Bet El, in Chapel Hill. She's going to be 97, and she does not know that her son is kidnapped, because we don't want to know. So we're keeping it away from her. But she loved the Bet Knesset, and I think, and I know that she would be very excited if she would knew that I would stand here and talk to you all. And thank you. Like he said, I'm not going to tell too many stories because I'd rather keep it for the grown-ups. And I'll tell you more. And if there's any questions, I'd love to answer. I'll just tell you that it was difficult being there. It's very, very difficult not having Keith. I've asked the people that, some of the politicians, dress me like an Arab and take me to Keith. I want to go and look for him, because it's very difficult for me not to be there for Keith, because when I was there, Keith was there for me all the 51 days that I was there. And now Keith is left alone, because we know that he was left alone, and we don't know anything about Keith. We don't even know if he's alive. We pray every day that he's not alone, that he's with somebody with him that he can talk to a little bit and feel that he's not alone there. And we pray that he'll come home already. And I want to tell you that I've been in different countries, and I've felt the Jews all over. And one of the days, somebody from New York came to me and she said, you know, I've been living in a building for more than 30 years. And when it happened, we decided to light candles on Friday. I didn't know that there's so many Jews in the building, and they light candles every Shabbat together. And most of them aren't religious, but they're together. And that's what I feel, that all the Jews in the world are together. So I want to thank you for being together with us. And I want to just ask you to come with us tomorrow and to walk with the rally. I don't know more details. Sorry. So? And try and do everything you can to help us.
It's 183 days today. 183 days. It's too long, it's too many. It is time to bring them home. That is the message tomorrow. 2:30 in front of the Washington Monument, 3:30 in front of the Lincoln Memorial. It is the message that we are going to continue to send. 183 days, enough.
Acheinu kol Beit Yisrael, Acheinu kol Beit Yisrael, הנתונים בצרה ובשביה, העומדים בין בים ובין ביבשה. המקום ירחם עליהם ויוציאם מצרה לרווחה, ומאפלה לאורה ומשיבוט לגאולה השתה בהגלה ובזמן קריב.
Shabbat Shalom.